Let me ask you something. How much time have you wasted just trying to build a lead list? I'm talking about opening Google, typing in a niche, clicking through business listings one by one, copying names, phone numbers, email, pasting everything into a spreadsheet like it's still 2005. It's repetitive, it's slow, and honestly, it's the kind of work that drains your energy before you've even done the part that actually makes money, the outreach. If you've ever done this, you already know the real bottleneck isn't sending messages. It's getting the leads in the first place. That's exactly why I decided to test out Lead Sniper's Google Map Scraper, because the promise is pretty bold. Instead of spending hours collecting data manually, you enter a keyword, choose a location, and the tool pulls thousands of business leads automatically from Google Maps into a clean spreadsheet. It sounds great on paper, but I wanted to see if it actually delivers, so here's what I found. First, the setup is very straightforward. The tool works as a browser extension, and it runs on both Chrome and Edge, which is a nice bonus because not everyone wants to be locked into one browser. Installation takes maybe a minute. Once it's added, you're basically ready to start scraping. But before you even run it, there's one feature that's worth paying attention to, and that is the keyword generator. A lot of people actually overlook this part, but it actually matters more than you think, because when you're scraping Google Maps, your results depend entirely on what you search. If your keywords are too basic or you miss variations, you're actually leaving a ton of potential leads behind. The keyword generator helps fix that. You type in your niche, you give it multiple keyword variations, and you can use it right away. So instead of guessing, you're actually going in with a more complete strategy. Now, let's talk about the actual scraping. Once you open the extension, you'll see a simple panel where you can paste your keyword list. You can stack multiple searches, different cities, different niches, and you run them all in one go. Then you just hit start. And this is where things move fast. The tool, it starts to pull up data directly from Google Maps in real time. You literally see the lead count increasing every few seconds. Within a minute or two, you're already looking at hundreds, sometimes even thousands of leads collected. And if you're running multiple browsers, you can actually scale that even further. Once it finishes, it's just as easy. You export the data, you can download it as a CSV or an Excel file, depending on how you like to work, but the real value is what's inside the file. You're not just getting business names, you're getting phone numbers, websites, addresses, social media links, and in many cases, email addresses as well. And that's a big deal because emails aren't directly listed on Google Maps. The tool actually checks the business websites, extracts them if they're available. That alone can save you hours of extra work. So instead of ending up with a basic list, you're getting a full contact sheet that's ready for outreach. Now, let's talk about the pricing, because this is usually where tools like this get tricky. Lead Sniper does things a bit differently. Most tools charge monthly, and they limit how many leads you can collect. Lead Sniper doesn't do that. It's a one-time payment. You buy it once, you can generate unlimited leads with no caps and also no recurring fees. There's also a free trial, so you can test this before you even decide to buy it. They offer 24/7 support, which is useful if you run into anything while setting it up. And as for the plans, there's a single installation option if you're working solo, or if you're like me, you can use the multi-installation plan. This is way more beneficial when you're trying to scale and run multiple sessions at once. So whether you're doing outreach yourself or you're working with a team, you've got flexibility. At the end of the day, here's the bottom line. If lead generation is part of your workflow, this kind of tool can completely change how you operate. Instead of spending hours collecting data, you can generate thousands of leads in minutes and focus your time on actually closing deals. That's the real advantage. If you want to check it out, I'm going to leave the links below so you can test it yourself. Make sure you give me a like, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell if you're notified about the next video. Get Lead Sniper today.